Adjective clauses, object pronouns. In this lesson, you'll learn how to tell the difference between subject pronouns and object pronouns in adjective clauses, which will help you to know when to use whom in an adjective clause and when to know if you can omit or take out a pronoun in an adjective clause. First, let me tell you about a strange occurrence that's been going on in our town. The police are looking for a thief, but this thief is not interested in money. This thief is looking for anything sweet. They call him the bakery bandit. Bandit is another word for a thief. This person has been stealing chocolate, cupcakes, cookies, and cakes all over town. In fact, there was just another robbery. Notice the adjective clauses in this conversation. Thank you for coming, officer. All of the cookies that I made this morning have been stolen. Yes, I'm afraid this has been happening all over town. Did you happen to see the thief? Yes, the person who I saw was wearing a black shirt and black pants, but I couldn't see his face clearly because it was covered in chocolate. Clever disguise. Don't worry, we will find the person who did this. All right, let's notice some things about the grammar in this conversation. Here are some sentences with adjective clauses. Can you find the adjective clause in each sentence? Here are the adjective clauses, which means the other parts of these sentences are the main clauses. Let's take a closer look at how these two adjective clauses are different. In example number 1, the baker saw the person who stole his cookies. What kind of word comes after who in the adjective clause? Stole is a verb. That means that who is a subject. Who is he here, right? So this is an example of an adjective clause in which who, the pronoun, is a subject pronoun. He stole the cookies. Now let's look at example number 2. The person who the baker saw was wearing a black shirt and black pants. What kind of word comes after who? This time it's not a verb. The baker is a noun. That means that who is not a subject pronoun here. It's an object pronoun because who replaces him. What we're saying is the baker saw him. The baker saw him. So here we have 2 examples of sentences with adjective clauses. We're going to focus only on adjective clauses with object pronouns. So let's take a closer look at why this is important. Remember that an adjective clause can describe a person, place, or thing? In this example, what is it describing? Well, a person, obviously. And we already said that who is an object pronoun. Just like with subject pronouns in adjective clauses that describe people, we can also say that here. The person that the baker saw was wearing a black shirt and black pants. But with object pronouns, there are 2 more options. We can also say whom. The person whom the baker saw was wearing a black shirt and black pants. This is a little more formal. And the last way we can write this sentence is kind of like magic. Because when we have an adjective clause in which the pronoun is an object pronoun, we can make the pronoun disappear. That's right. You don't need a pronoun in this sentence. In fact, most native speakers of English leave this pronoun out when they're speaking. It's not necessary, but you can have it. Okay, let's move on to an example of an adjective clause that describes a thing. Cookies are a thing. The cookies that the baker made this morning were stolen. Now you know how to identify whether the pronoun in this adjective clause is an object or a subject. Remember, look at the word that comes after and try to think about what the word is replacing. Did you figure it out? It's an object pronoun. We know that because the baker is a noun, and that replaces them. What we're saying is the baker made them, the cookies. So now I'd like to show you the two other ways we can write this sentence. I think you can guess one of them. Remember, when we're using adjective clauses to describe things, we can use that or which. The cookies which the baker made this morning were stolen. But since this is an adjective clause with an object pronoun, we can also perform the magic trick here and remove this pronoun from the sentence. The cookies the baker made this morning were stolen. And this is a great sentence. Okay, let's summarize the rules that you just learned. When we use adjective clauses to describe people and things, we need to know if the adjective clause pronoun is a subject or object. For subject pronouns that describe people, use who or that. These pronouns replace he, she, or they. For example, I know someone who can speak 4 languages, or I know someone that can speak 4 languages. For things that are subjects, we can use that or which. In this case, the pronoun replaces it or they. For example, Jill likes cars that are fast and small, or Jill likes cars which are fast and small. When we're talking about adjective clauses in which the pronoun is an object, we can use who, that, whom, or nothing, no pronoun, with people. In this case, we are replacing him, her, or them. For example, my parents are people whom I greatly admire. That I greatly admire. Who I greatly admire, or they are people I greatly admire. With things, we can use that, which, or nothing if it's an object pronoun. In this case, the pronoun is replacing it or them. For example, the book that I'm reading is mysterious. The book which I'm reading is mysterious. Or, the book I'm reading is mysterious. Let's try a quick practice. Can we omit or take out the pronoun in these sentences? We will find the person who did this. No, we can't take who out. We need this pronoun because it is a subject. And we know that because it is followed by a verb, did. How about this one? Our town will not be a town that tolerates thieves. Can we remove that? No, we need this pronoun too. Again, because it is a subject. We know that because tolerates is a verb. And what about this one? When we find him, we will make him replace every sweet that he stole. Can we remove that? Yes! This time we can remove it because it's an object pronoun. So we can say, we will make him replace every sweet he stole. Now you know how to tell the difference between subject pronouns and object pronouns, which means you know when to use whom and when you can forget the pronoun or omit it.